Good morning, children. Hearty welcome to all of you. Hope you are all doing well. Okay, children, as we know, we have been discussing a prose lesson from our Bihar textbook, lesson 8, Reach for the Top. The first part, Santosh Yadav, it has been finished. So, let's move on to the second part of the lesson. The name of the lesson, part 2, is Maria Sharapova. See, here is the picture of Maria Sharapova. Do you know who is Maria Sharapova? Yes, Maria Sharapova. She is a Russian girl. Reached the summit of women's tennis when she was barely 18. Maria Sharapova. She is a Russian girl. She reached the summit of women's tennis when she was barely 18. Okay, so as there is no writer mentioned in the textbook, let's go straight towards the introduction to the lesson. Now, I'm going to give you a brief introduction about the lesson. So, what's the name of the lesson, children? The name of our lesson is Maria Sharapova. Maria Sharapova's story of success as she became the topper in tennis player in the world motivates us. Maria Sharapova's story of success as she became the topper in tennis world or in the world of tennis that motivates us. She overcame all the hurdles. She overcame all the obstacles and bore humiliation. Humiliation means insult. She bore B-O-R-E. She bore humiliation too in order to achieve her dream. Okay, so Maria's hunger for success and her competitive spirit kept her going. So let me give you the introduction once again, children. As we know, Maria Sharapova, she is a Russian girl. She reached the summit of women's tennis when she was barely 18 years old. Her story of success as she became the top seeded women tennis player in the world motivates us. She overcame all the hurdles and bore humiliation too. Humiliation means insult too, in order to achieve her dream. So Maria's hunger for success and her competitive spirit kept her going. Okay, it's a simple lesson, children, very simple. So let's go on straight to the textbook. Okay, let me read the first paragraph. There is something disarming about Maria Sharapova, something at odds with her ready smile and glamorous attire. And that something in her life, or something in her, lifted her on Monday, 22nd August 2005, to the world number one position in women's tennis. All this happened in almost no time. Poised beyond her years, the Siberian-born teenager took just 4 years as a professional to reach the pinnacle. So first of all, let me give you the meaning of some new words. See the first word, children, disarming. There is something disarming. It's in the first line itself. Disarming means a likable. Likable, you know, something we like. So likable. Second one, at odds with, in conflict with, or in contrast with. In conflict with, or another meaning, in contrast with. Then the third one, poised. See, poised, all this happened in almost no time. Poised beyond her years. Poised means calm, elegant. Poised means calm, elegant. E-L-E-G-A-N-D, elegant. Then the last word, pinnacle. Pinnacle means the most successful point or the highest point. The most successful point. That is what is pinnacle. Okay, so let's see the explanation of the paragraph. There is something disarming about Maria Sharapova, something at odds with her ready smile and glamorous attire. Attire, you know, attire means dress. Glamorous attire, dress, glamorous dress. So, What's the meaning of that sentence, children? There is some quality. There is some quality in contrast to Maria Sharapova's smile and glamour, which makes her likable. That's the meaning of the first sentence, children. There is some quality in contrast to Maria Sharapova's smile and glamour or smile and glamorous address. Attire, not address, children. Smile and glamorous attire, which makes her likable. So there is something disarming. Disarming means likable about Maria Sharapova. So what is the likable thing about Maria Sharapova? Yes, something at odds with her ready smile and glamorous attire. That is what is. In contrast to Maria Sharapova's smile and attire, which makes her likable. That is what is. It is this quality that helped her achieve success as she attained world number one position in women's tennis on Monday, 22nd August 2005. Maria's calmness and elegance. See the word poise. What's the meaning of poise, children? Calm, elegant. So Maria's calmness and elegance is beyond her age. Poise beyond her years is beyond her age. Then she was born in Siberia. Have you seen the word Siberian born teenager? Yes, that means Maria was born in Siberia. Siberia is in Russia. And as a teenager, she took only 4 years of training to become the topper in the world of tennis. Okay, see, once again, children, I'll give you the explanation. There is something disarming about Maria Sharapova, something at odds with her ready smile and glamorous attire. And that something in her lifted her on Monday, 22nd August 2005 to the world number one position in women's tennis. All this happened in no time. Poised beyond her years, the Siberian-born teenager took just 4 years as a professional to reach the pinnacle. Okay, children, once again I'll give you the explanation. I think the first sentence is not clear to you. So, there is something or there is some quality in contrast to Maria Sharapova's smile and glamour, which makes her likable. Did you get the sentence, children? There is something or there is some quality in contrast to Maria Sharapova's smile and glamour that makes her likable. So it is this quality that helped her achieve success as she attained world number one position in women's tennis on Monday, 22nd August 2005. Maria's calmness and Maria's elegance is beyond her age. She was born in Siberia. Siberia is in Russia. She was born in Siberia, Russia. And as a teenager, she took only 4 years of training to become the topper in the world of tennis. Okay, so let's move on to the next stanza. Next paragraph, not stanza. However, the rapid ascent in a fiercely competitive world began 9 years before with a level of sacrifice few children would be prepared to endure. Little Maria had not yet celebrated her 10th birthday when she was packed off to train in the United States. That trip to Florida with her father Yuri launched her on the path to success and stardom. But it also required a heart-wrenching 2-year separation from her mother Elena. The latter was compelled to stay back in Siberia because of visa restrictions. The 9-year-old girl had already learned an important lesson in life, that tennis excellence would only come at a price. Okay, so let's see the new words. Rapid. Rapid, you know, the rapid ascent. Rapid ascent means fast growth. Rapid ascent. Then endure. Endure means suffer patiently. Have you seen the word endure, children? Suffer patiently. So, see, here is the word endure. It's in the 4th line. Level of sacrifice few children would be prepared to endure. Endure means suffer patiently. Then the next word is heart-wrenching. W is silent there, children. Heart-wrenching. Heart-wrenching means extremely sad. Heart-wrenching, extremely sad. Okay, then stardom. Stardom, celebrated player, stardom. So here, let's see the explanation. However, the rapid ascent in a fiercely competitive world began 9 years before with a level of sacrifice few children would be prepared to endure. So what's the meaning of that first sentence, children? Yes, the fast growth of her career. Whose career? Maria's career. The fast growth of Maria's career started 9 years ago when she made a big sacrifice which can be made by very few children of that young age. Did you get the sentence, children? Yes, the fast growth of Maria or the fast growth of her career started 9 years ago when she made a big sacrifice which can be made by very few children of that young age. Did you get the sentence, children? Yes, the rapid growth in a fiercely competitive world began 9 years before with the level of sacrifice few children would be prepared to endure. What's the meaning of endure? Endure means suffer patiently. Okay, so the fast growth of her career started 9 years ago when she made a big sacrifice which can be made by very few children of that age, of that young 9-year-old age. She had not even turned 10 when she was sent to Florida. See the sentence? Little Maria had not yet celebrated her 10th birthday when she was packed off to train in the United States. So what's the meaning of that sentence? She had not even turned 10 years old when she was sent to Florida. Florida, it's in USA with her father for training in tennis. So she had not even, that is what is, at the age of 9, she was sent to Florida, USA with her father for training in tennis. She was extremely sad. See the word, children? See, that trip to Florida with her father launched her on the path to success and stardom. So, that trip, when she was only 9 years old, that trip to Florida with her father, Yuri, her father's name Yuri, launched her on the path to success and stardom. So, that is what is the turning point in her life. That launched her on the path to success and stardom. But what happened to her, children? She was extremely sad as she had to spend 2 years separation from her mother Yelena. See, it also required a heart-wrenching 2-year separation from her mother Yelena. What's the reason, children? Yes, the latter was compelled to stay back in Siberia. The latter means her mother. Her mother was compelled to stay back in Siberia because of her visa restrictions. Yes, Maria's mother, she was forced to stay back in Siberia because she did not have the permit to travel to the US. So at the tender age of 9, Maria learned that in order to excel at tennis, she would have to make many sacrifices. See the last sentence. The 9-year-old girl had already learned an important lesson in her life. The tennis excellence would only come at a price. So she realized or she learned that in order to excel or in order to achieve the highest position in tennis, she would have to make many sacrifices. That is what is the meaning of the last sentence. She would have to make many sacrifices in her life. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. I used to be so lonely. Maria Sharapova recalls, I miss my mother terribly. My father was working as much as he could to keep my tennis training going, so he couldn't see me either. Not either, children, either. So I used to be so lonely. Maria recalls that she used to remain alone. She used to remain alone and she missed her mother a lot. I missed my mother terribly. She missed her mother a lot because she was only 9 years old when she was separated from her mother. Then what about the case of her father? Her father, even if he was with her, what he was doing, the children, he was working hard. For what? He was working hard to fetch money for her needs. He was working hard to find money for her training. Okay, see, my father was working as much as he could to keep my tennis training going. So he couldn't see me either. So her father worked hard to find money for her needs, for her tennis training. And so he also could not meet her. Fourth paragraph. Because I was so young, I used to go to bed at 8 p.m. The other tennis pupils would come in at 11 p.m. and wake me up and order me to tidy up the room and clean it. So, what's going on there, children? Maria, she was very young. As I told you, she was only 9 years old when she reached the training. Yeah. So, because I was so young, I used to go to bed at 8 p.m. So, Maria was very young. So, she would go to sleep at 8 p.m. The other students, the other tennis pupils, students. See, the other students, they would return at 11 p.m. And what they would do, children? Yes, they would wake her up and order her to clean the room. So this is what is a type of ragging, harassment, insult. So what's the reason, children? Because she was very young. So the other students, the elder ones, they would wake her up at 11 p.m. or 11 o'clock at night and order her to clean the room. Okay. Instead of letting that depress me, I became more quietly determined and mentally tough. I learned how to take care of myself. I never thought of quitting, but because I knew what I wanted. When you come from nothing and you have nothing, then it makes you very hungry and determined. I would have to put up with a much more humiliation and insults than that to steadfastly pursue my dream. Okay, see the word, children, depress. Instead of letting that depress means sadden. SADDEN. So instead of letting that depress me, I became more quietly determined and mentally tough. So what happened to me, children? Yes, Maria Sharapova, she continues what she is saying, children. See, Maria did not get depressed by all this. She did not get depressed. What's the meaning of depressed? Saddened. So she did not get depressed by all these things. Instead, she became determined and mentally tough. I became more quietly determined and mentally tough. So she did not get depressed by all this. Instead, she became determined and mentally tough. Then she took care of herself. She learned how to take care of herself. She never thought of quitting. What do you mean by quitting? Quitting means leaving. Leaving. So she took care of herself. She never thought of leaving the training because she was so determined to achieve her ambition or to achieve her aim. Okay, so when you come from nothing, you have nothing, then it makes you very hungry and determined. What's the meaning of that sentence, children? Yes, when a person has nothing, then it makes you very hungry and determined. So when a person has nothing, he became more determined to get, or he became more determined and tough-minded to achieve the success. Okay, so she says that she would have borne a greater humiliation. What's the meaning of born here? BORNE, bear, bore, born. See, she says that she would have borne greater humiliation, greater insults, also in order to achieve her dream. Understood? She says that she would have borne, BORNE. So after how, you have to use the third form of the word. So she says that she would have borne greater humiliation or greater insults in order to achieve her dream. So once again, children, I'll give you the explanation of that paragraph. Yes, Maria did not get depressed by all these types of ragging. Instead, she became more determined and mentally tough. She learned. See, I learned how to take care of myself. What's the meaning? She learned to take care of herself. She never thought of leaving the training because she was determined to achieve her aim or her ambition. So she says, or according to her, when a person has nothing, or when you come from nothing, or when you have nothing, you becomes more determined to get it. Did you get the sentence? When you come from nothing and you have nothing, then it makes you hungry and determined. It makes you more determined. It makes you more tough-minded to achieve the success or the highest point of her world. Which world? Her world in tennis. So she says that she would have borne greater humiliation and insults in order to achieve her dream. So she did not get depressed by all these ragging. Clear? Okay, so let's move on to the sixth paragraph. See, that toughness runs through Maria even today. It was the key to her bagging the women's singles crown at Wimbledon in 2004 and to her meteoric rise to the world number one spot the following year. So, what change had happened to her life, children? Yes, that toughness. Maria retains her determination till present today. That toughness runs through Maria even today. Till the present day, she retains her determination herself. She was so bold enough. Okay, so she retains her determination, her tough mindedness till today or till the present day. So it was the key to her bagging the women's singles. What's the meaning of bagging, children? Bagging, bagging means winning. WINNING. So it was the key to her bagging the women's singles crown at Wimbledon in 2004. And to her meteoric rise, meteoric means very rapid rise to the world number one spot the following year. So she held the position. What position, children? Yes, she rose to the position. That is what is the world number one spot. The following year means the next year in 2005. So let me give you the explanation once again, children. Maria retains her determination. Maria retains her. Even today she has that determination in her life. So this determination led her to grab or let her to bag, B-A-G, let her to bag the women's singles trophy at the Wimbledon Championship in 2004. And it was followed by the rapid climb. Rapid climb means very rapidly in the next year itself she rose to the world number one spot. Okay, so the years 2004 and 2005, those 2 years were very important in her life. So in 2004, she bagged a women's singles trophy at Wimbledon Championship, and in the next year, she became the world number one in the world of tennis. Okay, and second paragraph, the seventh paragraph. While her journey from the frozen plains of Siberia to the summit of women's tennis has touched the hearts of tennis fans. For the youngster herself, there appears to be no room for sentiment. The straight looks and the answers she gives when she asked about her ambition makes it amply clear that she considers the sacrifice were worth it. I'm very, very competitive. I work hard at what I do. It's my job. This is her mantra for success. Okay, so let's see the explanation, children. While her journey from the frozen plains of Siberia to the summit of women's tennis has touched the hearts of tennis fans, because the youngster herself, there appears to be no room for sentiment, no space for sentiment. Okay, so let's see the explanation of the first sentence. So, while her journey, yes, her journey from the frozen plains of Siberia to the United States. Okay, so listen. Tennis fans feel emotional to know about Maria's journey from the frozen region of Siberia, but she is not moved by it. She has no room for sentiment. Why, children? What's the reason? Yes, she worked hard to achieve that position. Okay, so tennis fans feel emotional. They feel emotional to know more about Maria's journey from the frozen region of Siberia to the United States, but she is not moved by it. She had no sentiments. So what did she do, children? She gives straight answers when questioned about her aims, which imply that she accepts that hurdles and the challenges she faced were the result that she got. So what she's saying, children, yes, the straight looks and the straight answers she gives when she asked about her ambition. So it makes her amply clear. Amply means plentifully. It makes her very clear that she considers the sacrifice were worth it. I'm very, very competitive. I work hard at what I do. It's my job. So this is what is her mantra for success. The key element for her success. So the hard work or her self-determination. That's very important in her life. So, the straight looks and the answers which she gave when she was asked about her ambition. So, it makes her very clear that she considers the sacrifice very worth it. So, she considers the sacrifice. She says that she was very hardworking, she was very competitive, and she says that it considered to be a part of her work. She considered it to be a part of her work. So this is what is Maria's secret for success. Okay, once again, tennis fans feel emotional to know more about Maria's journey. From her journey from the frozen plains of Siberia to the summit, to the highest point of women's tennis. Okay, so she is not moved by it. They were emotional. Her fans, tennis fans, they were emotional, but she is not moved by their emotions. What's the reason, children? She gives straight answers when she questioned about her aims, which imply that she accepts that hurdles, that challenges, that obstacles she faced were worth enough to achieve the result, or worth the result that she got now. Then she adds one more thing. She is competitive and works hard as she considers it to be a part of her work. So this is what is her secret for success. Okay, and next paragraph. Though Maria Sharapova speaks with a pronounced American accent, she proudly parades her English nationality. Clearing all doubts, she says, I'm Russian. It's true that the US is a big part of my life. But I have Russian citizenship. My blood is totally Russian. I will play the Olympics for Russia if they want me. So, listen, children. Yes, as I told you, she is a Siberian. Okay, so though Maria Sharapova speaks with a pronounced American accent, what's the reason, children? Yes, she has an American accent because at the age of 9, she reached US. Okay, but Maria's speech has an American accent, but she is proud to be a Russian. Though Maria Sharapova speaks with a pronounced American accent, she proudly parades. See here, children, parades means displays. He proudly shows, or she proudly says her nationality, her Russian nationality. She is proud to be a Russian. She says that USA is a big part of her life. See, it's true that US is a big part of my life. So she says that USA is a big part of her life because she trained there, but in the core of her heart, but in the most inner part of her heart, she is a Russian. She holds the citizenship of Russia. Her ancestors are Russians. So she is willing to represent Russia at the Olympics too. Understood? Maria's speech has an American accent, but she is proud to be a Russian. She says that USA is a big part of her life because she trained there, but in the core of her heart, but in the innermost part of her heart, she is a Russian. So, she holds the citizenship of Russia, her ancestors are Russians, and she is willing to represent Russia at the Olympics too. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Like any number of teenage sensations, Maria Sharapova lists fashion, singing, dancing as her hobbies. She loves reading the novels of Arthur Conan Doyle. Her fondness for sophisticated evening gowns appears at odds with her love of pancakes with chocolate spread and fizzy orange drinks. So, let's see her hobbies. Okay, like any number of teenage sensations, like any other teenagers of her age, like any number of teenage sensations means like any other teenagers of her age. Maria's favorite pastimes are fashion, singing, and dancing. So listen, children. Her fondness for sophisticated evening gowns appears at odds with her love of pancakes with chocolate spread and fizzy orange cakes. So what's going on there, children? Yes, like other teenagers of her age, Maria's favorite pastime are fashion, singing, and dancing. Clear? She likes to read novels written by Arthur Conan Doyle. So, do you know who is Arthur Conan Doyle? He is the creator of Sherlock Holmes. The creator of Sherlock Holmes. She likes to wear fashionable evening gowns. She likes to wear fashionable evening gowns. Then, looking at her fit body, it is unbelievable that she likes to eat pancakes with a chocolate spread and drinks aerated orange flavored drinks, fizzy orange drinks, aerated orange flavored drinks. So, did you understand that paragraph, children? Like any number of teenage sensations, Maria Sharapova lists fashion, singing, and dancing as her hobbies. She loves reading the novels of Arthur Conan Doyle. Arthur Conan Doyle. Her fondness for sophisticated evening gowns appears at odds with her love of pancakes with chocolate spread and fizzy orange drinks. So let me give you the explanation once again, children. Like other teenagers of her age, Maria's favorite pastimes are fashion, singing, and dancing. She likes to read novels written by Arthur Conan Doyle, the creator of Sherlock Holmes. Then she likes to wear fashionable evening gowns. Her fondness for sophisticated. What's the meaning of sophisticated? Sophisticated means fashionable. Her fondness for sophisticated evening gowns. So she likes to wear fashionable evening gowns. Okay, here also at odds with. What's the meaning of at odds with? In disagreement with, in contrast with. Why? What's the reason, children? Now, looking at her fit body, it is unbelievable that she likes to eat pancakes with a chocolate spread and she likes to drink aerated orange flavored drinks. Okay, so next paragraph. Maria Sharapova cannot be pigeonholed or categorized. Her talent, unwavering desire to succeed, and readiness to sacrifice have lifted her to the top of the world. Few would grudge her riches. Now she is reaping. This is what she has to say about her monetary gains from tennis. Of course, money is a motivation, tennis is a business and a sport, but the most important thing is to become a number one in the world. That's the dream that kept me going. Okay, children. So, this is the concluding paragraph of our lesson. Okay, so let's see the meaning of a few words. Pigeonholed. What's the meaning of pigeonholed? Pigeonholed means classified or categorized. It's given in the textbook itself, children. Pigeonholed means categorized. So, what's the meaning of that sentence, children? Maria Sharapova cannot be pigeonholed or categorized. She cannot be put into, or Maria cannot be put into a particular category. Understood? She cannot be put into, or she cannot be treated as a categorized one, or she cannot be put into a particular category. Her talent, unwavering desire to succeed, her urge to succeed, her unwavering desire, her inspired talent to succeed, and her readiness to sacrifice. She was ready to sacrifice, her sacrificing nature. All these helped her reach the top position in women's tennis. Did you get the sentence, children? Maria cannot be put into a particular category. As we know, even if she was a tennis player, she was fond of pancakes with chocolate spread, and she was fond of, or she liked to drink fizzy orange drinks. And at the same time, she was fascinated with the fashion, singing, and dancing as her hobbies. So we can say she cannot be put into a particular category. What's the reason, children? Her talent, her urge to succeed, and her sacrificing nature. All these helped her reach the top position in women's tennis. Understood? All these nature helped her to reach the top position in women's tennis. Few would grudge her the riches she is now reaping. What's the meaning of that one, children? No one will oppose the benefits that she is getting. No one will oppose the benefits that she is getting now because she made many sacrifices to get them. She had a lot of sacrifices behind it. That means she deserves it. Clear? No one will oppose, or no one will not have any opposite idea about the benefit that she is now getting, because she had made many sacrifices to get them. She says that, of course, money is a motivation. She admits that money is a motivation. But beyond that, tennis is a business and a sport. She agreed that money is a motivation, tennis is a business, and at the same time, it's a sport. But the most important thing in her life, or the most important aspect for her, was to reach a number one in the world. Understood, children? See the last paragraph, the concluding paragraph. See, this is what is she has to say about her monetary gains from tennis, her richness that she is reaping from tennis. She admits that money is a motivation, tennis is a business, and at the same time it's a sport. But the most important aspect, or the most important thing for her, was to reach the topmost position in world tennis, or she wanted to become a number one in the world of tennis. So that was a dream. That was a dream that keep her working further. That's a dream that kept me going. What's the meaning of that sentence, children? Yes, it was that dream. It was the dream. So she wanted to become a number one in the world of tennis. So it was this dream that kept her working further. It was this dream that kept her working further. So, children, here is our lesson. Here comes an end of today's session. Children, there is a slight disturbance in that. Sorry, children. Okay, so please cooperate with me. Write the given notes in a notebook and send it to me in Google Classroom as early as possible. No need to wait for the due date. Okay, thank you, children. Read the lesson carefully. Have a nice day.